All right, everyone. So we are on the draw here. Because we can play our Spying Vantage first. It doesn't really matter. Against a blue deck, apparently. I think our sideboard's like fairly decent against blue strategies. Future Sight's really good against blue strategies. I mean, we have some other stuff we can do. I mean, we're just drawing all of our top end here, which isn't fantastic, but that kind of stuff's going to happen. Alright, our opponent's stuck on 2 lands, which probably isn't great for them. Although we're stuck on 3 here. We are going to give Akira a good old-fashioned try. I assume we're getting like 4 spiked or miscalculated here or something, but that's fine. I'd much rather them counter this and counter the Raw Zarek in my hand. One of the things that happens when you're stuck on 2 lands like our opponent is here is that you all of a sudden want to get value out of all the cards that you can use. So even if you think you could get better future value, like even if they think that we're going to play a 4-drop that they could counter with their 4 spike here, sometimes they're still going to use it on this card because they're like, hey, if I catch up next turn and draw my 3rd land, I want to be able to play this powerful 3-drop, and I don't want to fall behind their 4-drop. So sometimes that's the thought. I don't know exactly what's going on in our opponent's head here, obviously, but I would imagine if they have a card like Miscalculation or 4 spike or Essence Scatter, that could possibly be the thought, or they just disconnect. One of the two. Alright, so my Kira resolves. They have no turn 2 play. Oh, I'm going to get to play Aral this turn. Or not turn 2 play, but they have no response. I mean, I just have to play Aral Zarek, right? I mean, there's no, whatever. It worked, okay. I will untap this. Ooh, sorry. I'm doing that totally wrong. I will tap this and untap this. Alright, so next turn I get to play a 5-drop. I can play Teferi or Dragonlord. I assume they're taking 2 here, but it could just be something that dies to Raw, so it's probably not the best. Ooh, you got a Kira of their own. Alright, good for you. I don't mind drawing a land here, actually. Legacy's Allure. That's fine. I'm going to tap this and untap this. Do I want to play Teferi or Dragonlord? So Kira basically gives Dragonlord infinite hexproof, so I think that's what I'm going to choose to do here. I'm not getting in with the Kira because I don't want them. Like, whatever. I mean, maybe I could just get in with it, but it feels like I'm going to win this game on the back of taking a lot of turns with Aral Zarek, probably. Hopefully more than 2.5, which would be, of course, the average of 5 coin flips. But we will see. Getting that free turn was very, very good. So, Mole Drifter, if they don't find a land, they're going to have to discard, so they're definitely planning on finding a land here. It could also just be a situation in which they just have nothing else to do, and that's their best option to draw 2, even if they have to end up discarding. So I have enough. Okay. So let's. What do we want to do here? I think I want to attack with Dragonlord first. Alright, now I get to anticipate. Ooh. Dragonlord Silumgar isn't as good in this situation, though. I think I'm just going to take a Spell Queller. Alright, I think I just want to tap this, untap this, maybe. Yeah, alright. That was obviously dumb. I didn't realize that that interaction would happen on my own thing. I should have thought about it. Luckily, we weren't punished for it, but I guess theoretically we could have been, right? If they had held the black up and had Doomblade or something like that, then we had to Spell Queller it. Alright, so planning on Teferi here, which is why I didn't want to like just tap, untap a land. There was just no reason for me to float, but I guess I should have done that in the end. I'm just going to Teferi win the game, I think. Right, because if this sticks... yeah, so if this sticks, then I win the game, I believe. I mean, yeah, there we go. I just got to take extra turns, and they can't cast anything on my turn, so game's basically won. Alright, so let's try to figure out what we're going to do against a deck like this. Is a card like Tasker good? Probably. Is a card like Future Sight good? Probably. Do I want to make cards like Augur Bolas better by bringing in more instants and or sorceries? Yes. So what's not good? Legacy's Allure seems fine, although sketchy against a deck with Kier, the Great Glass Spinner in it. So Supreme Verdict actually is kind of an out. Master of Waves, that's the question. Is Master of Waves good? And I don't think so, because they're just playing black. So Master of Waves is out for sure. Alright, with that being out, I can take Legacy's Allure out. With those two out, then what do I do? So right now I have Sower of Temptation and Dungeon Geist, which both want to take control of creatures. I then have Supreme Verdict and two of these, so something has to go. Supreme Verdict definitely does a really good job of dealing with things like Akira that can get out of hand. And Sower of Temptation is slightly better than Dungeon Geist. But I don't need both of them because I don't have the Master of Waves anymore. Teferi is very, very good in this deck. I think I'm going to take out a Dungeon Geist here. Alright, so then some harder to answer questions happen, like, do I want to Entreat the Angels? Is that worth it? Do I want a Tassiger? Is that worth it? I think I do want a Tassiger. The question is, do I want a Future Sight? Like, just giving me access to an extra card every turn has to be pretty good here. So I definitely want to Entreat the Angels, I think. Another big thing to do. It also makes Augur better, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things I can hit with Augur now. Definitely makes Augur better. I guess I can play a Future Sight, but that kind of makes my life a little bit miserable on the land's perspective, though. Yeah, I'll play a Future Sight, whatever. Alright, I'm going to take out a blue land for a black land, I think. Alright, let's rock it and roll it. See what we can do here. Obviously, we won that game. A large part on the back of our opponent missing land drops. So, you know, that is something to take into account here. This hand is pretty good, so we will keep it. Yeah, I guess I just probe here. Treachery Packrat Olivia? Gross. Treachery Packrat Olivia. Alright, welcome Packrat to the new world. Yeah, I mean, look, this is going to get out of hand unless I figure out a way to not let it get out of hand. That was not the way. Would have really appreciated a Pathor Swords there. Look, am I straight up dead to Packrat? No, but I'm certainly close to dead. So the good thing, if there is a bright spot about our opponent having Packrat, is they're going to start discarding stuff, giving them, like, basically just a massive card disadvantage. Okay, also I can take note in the fact that our opponent is seeming to do this on their attack step. So next turn I can V-click them after they do this maybe and get a block in. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that they are discarding worthwhile cards. So if I can survive long enough... Yeah, look, I really need to draw like a white land here or something, but I mean, if I can survive enough to get to Elishnorn. Maybe I can somehow get them. I don't really know. I guess I just click now. Ugh, I could have clicked myself, maybe. Maybe I need to find answers, so maybe that was better, I don't know. Ooh, what do I not want them to have? I mean, Frost Titan's good, but they have to draw 2 lands for that. I'm gonna just take this. That's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna take their Treachery. Like, I don't want them to take my Sower of Temptation. Alright, are they just gonna play Olivia here? No, they're not. They're gonna discard, like, Unbearer Rights, I would imagine. Or whatever card they drew if the card they drew is useless. Alright, Frost Titan, that's fine. Alright, I mean... That makes... I mean, look, does that make things super interesting? No. But it makes things kind of interesting. So if they make the mistake of attacking here, I can trade both of them. If they make that mistake. Alright. Not gonna work here. So I'm glad I took the Treachery. I could just be getting an Unbearer Rights on Frost Titan here. Yep. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Gonna play a Looter. Gonna play Plains. I guess just try to fly over for 2. Maybe I should just take an Unbearer, I don't know. I thought Treachery was pretty bad, but I could have made the wrong play there for sure. I mean, them discarding Frost Titan, Unbearer Rightsing it is something that I definitely die to. Or don't do super well against, so I definitely should have been worried about that more than I was. Alright, I just kind of want to force him into a spot here where he's playing something other than Frost Titan. Okay. Or where he's like not, you know, where he's not playing something big. Augur, okay. Huh. So I could flash into Fairy here. But that doesn't really do anything. I can play Gideon here. But I can't kill Frost Titan, which is a little annoying. I'm gonna just play Gideon like... Do I plus? I'd probably just kill this pack rat or something. Ugh, this feels so bad. Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, maybe this is theoretically forcing him to attack Gideon. No, I'm just dead, actually. Yeah. I just killed myself. Alright, I'm dead. Could I have played that better? 100%. Alright, so that's maybe the reason why I don't draft these decks. I just get in, like, those spots and I don't know what to do. Alright, well, we've learned something. So we have a Sower of Temptation. We have a Path and a Swords. We have a Verdict. We have an Anguish to Making. We have a Dragonlord Silumgar. We definitely have ways to beat their big stuff. So I think we just go ahead and submit here. Yeah, alright, well, you know. Hey guys, you know, if I was playing mono red, I wouldn't be making these mistakes. My only 3-0 this Legacy Cube season so far is with mono red. Everything else has been like a 2-1 or a 1-2 or an 0-2, unfortunately. But yeah, I've not been as good. I think it's because the last cube that was out for a while was Modern Cube, and so I perhaps have been drafting this a bit like one would draft Modern Cube, and that's definitely not correct. So Entreat the Angels isn't the best card to have in your hand, but the fact the rest of my hand is so good, like I have 3 colors of mana, I have spells I can cast, and I have Merfolk Looter to get rid of stuff, you know. Any hand with a Merfolk Looter in it is going to be okay in my book. That's actually bad for me, because now he knows he can kill the Merfolk Looter, if he has the chance to next turn. Like, I do not want my opponent to know that he can kill my Merfolk Looter at any time, you know what I mean? Here it comes. Killing Merfolk Looter. Pack Rat. Okay, okay. Yes, I imagine drawing discarding is like one of the first things I'm doing this turn. Discard Elish Norn or Entreat the Angels. Elish Norn could be good later. I could also discard one of the lands. I think we discard Entreat with only 6 white sources is just so hard to do here. Yeah, how do I just not draw a response to Pack Rat? I mean, at some point, I guess I'm going to draw a Supreme Verdict here. Right, it just has to be somewhere in my deck. And I'm getting 2 shots at it a turn. So let's keep that in mind. Yeah, this would have been a perfect spot to have Vendilion click. I get to see their hand, I get to keep Pack Rat a 1-1, like... Would have been perfect. Gideon Jura. Alright, I'll draw discard. Do I just discard Elish Norn at this point? Probably. Alright, I'll play another Plains. Alright, so for sure I'm playing Gideon into Dragonlord. Almost 100%. That is definitely something I want to get rid of. I do not need that in my life. Is it 4 spike here? No way. No way. Seriously. Alright. I mean, that's at least not 4 spike. Yeah. Huh, so maybe this Elish Norn pitch was just like way too ambitious? I don't know. Wonder what they're doing here. I mean, I'm definitely stealing a rat here. I'd like to just find a verdict. Ooh, we can ditch this Inspiring Vantage that does nothing. Alright, well they knew we had that. I'm going to take this rat. Well, I mean, that's a bad one to take, actually. I should have probably taken a token, for the reason that they could bounce their rat back to their hand. They can't bounce the token back to their hand, so that is something to take into account here. Also, one of them was untapped, so one of them would have been able to block here. I assume they're just getting it for 3 in the spot. Alright. Treachery, my Dragonlord, maybe? I don't really know what's happening here. Ooh, Unburrick's Inferno Titan. Alright, 2-1, and then I'm basically dead, right? Oh, just 3 there. Okay. Really gotta find Supreme Verdict here. Like, that's my out. Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, well, dang it. I was really hoping to win that game. I thought we were in like a pretty good spot. Where's the verdict? We ended up just really like needing a verdict or some more action early, and we just couldn't find it. Alright, well, see everybody for round number 2. Hope it goes better.